The Titanic, a marvel of human engineering, claimed to be unsinkable, yet met with a disastrous end. The Titanic's story is one that's steeped in ambition, pride, and ultimately, tragedy. It was the dawn of the 20th century, and mankind was in the throes of the Industrial Revolution. With this newfound power, they sought to conquer the waves, creating a vessel so grand and so formidable that it was deemed unsinkable, even by God himself. The Titanic was a testament to human ingenuity and craftsmanship. It was the largest ship of its time, a floating palace that was the epitome of luxury and technological advancement. The creators and the patrons of this magnificent ship were brimming with confidence. They believed in their creation so much that they declared even God couldn't sink it. This statement was not just an expression of their faith in the ship's design and construction, but a reflection of the hubris that was prevalent among mankind during that era. However, the universe has a way of humbling those who dare to challenge its laws. On its maiden voyage, the Titanic struck an iceberg in the North Atlantic, causing it to sink and leading to the loss of more than 1,500 lives. It was a catastrophe of epic proportions, a stark reminder of the limits of human capability and the consequences of arrogance. The Titanic was not just a ship. It was a symbol of mankind's ambition and their belief in their invincibility. Its sinking served as a grim reminder that no matter how much we advance, there are forces in the universe that we cannot conquer, and there are laws that we cannot defy. The Titanic story is a lesson in humility, a warning against the dangers of overconfidence, and the belief that we can bend the universe to our will. It is a tale that continues to echo through the annals of history, reminding us that while we may strive for greatness, we must also respect the forces that govern our existence. Despite its grandeur and the confidence of its creators, the Titanic met its fate at the bottom of the Atlantic, a chilling reminder of the limits of human capability. John Lennon, a name synonymous with music and peace, yet his story also holds a lesson in humility. In the mid-60s, at the height of Beatlemania, John Lennon, one of the four lads from Liverpool, ignited a firestorm of controversy. During an interview, he casually remarked that the Beatles had become more popular than Jesus. The statement, perhaps made in jest or as a commentary on the band's soaring fame, sent shockwaves around the world. The backlash was immediate and intense. In the United States, particularly in the Bible Belt, offended fans organized large-scale Beatles record burnings. Radio stations across the country boycotted their music. The uproar was so intense that it forced the Beatles to stop touring altogether, marking a significant turning point in their career. But the repercussions didn't end there. The controversy cast a long shadow over Lennon's personal life as well. The stress from the backlash strained his relationships, leading to tensions within the Beatles. This stress, among other factors, eventually contributed to the band's breakup in 1970, just 4 short years after Lennon's infamous statement. Lennon himself later admitted that his words were poorly chosen. He explained that he wasn't trying to be irreverent or boastful. Instead, he was merely trying to point out how fanatically devoted the youth of that time were to the Beatles, often at the expense of their religious beliefs. However, the damage had been done. Lennon's remark, made at a time when the Beatles were virtually untouchable, served as a stark reminder of the consequences of pride and the power of words. It showed the world that even the most beloved figures are not immune to public backlash when it comes to matters of faith and belief. Lennon's statement, made in a moment of pride, had far-reaching consequences, reminding us to tread carefully when dealing with matters of faith and belief. In politics, words hold power. For one Turkish politician, a flippant remark would become his undoing. Our story takes us to the bustling nation of Turkey, a country steeped in history and cultural richness, yet not without its share of political turmoil. In this dynamic landscape, a politician rose to prominence, known for his fiery speeches and audacious claims. He was a man whose charisma was only matched by his boldness. However, one statement would cast a dark shadow over his otherwise bright career. This politician, in a moment of hubris, dared to mock the divine. His words, spoken in the heat of a public address, reverberated throughout the nation. He scoffed at the concept of God, dismissing it with a wave of his hand and a laugh that echoed through the crowd. This bold proclamation, intended to rally his followers, instead sparked a storm of controversy. His words, flippant and thoughtless, were met with outrage and disbelief. Supporters and opponents alike were taken aback by his audacity. His statement was not only deemed disrespectful, but also dangerous, for in a country where faith runs deep, such remarks can stir a whirlwind of consequences. And then in a shocking turn of events, This politician who dared to mock the divine met an untimely end. His death, coming shortly after his controversial statement, left the nation in shock. The suddenness of his demise, the abrupt end to a career marked by controversy, left many wondering if his mocking words had indeed invited divine wrath. His story, etched in the annals of Turkish politics, serves as a sobering reminder. A reminder of the power of words and the repercussions they can have. A reminder that, regardless of one's beliefs or lack thereof, respect for the divine and the deeply held beliefs of others is a principle that transcends personal convictions. The politician's fate serves as a stark reminder of the power of words and how we should always be mindful of what we say. From the Titanic to John Lennon and the Turkish politician, these stories hold a common thread: a disregard for the divine met with regrettable consequences. We've journeyed through tales of titanic proportions, lyrical ballads, and political downfalls, all interwoven with a haunting echo of hubris and a glaring lack of humility. The Titanic, dubbed the unsinkable ship, symbolized mankind's triumphant mastery over nature. But when it succumbed to an iceberg, it served as a chilling reminder of our vulnerability and the futility of our arrogance. It taught us that no matter how advanced our technology or how grand our achievements, we should always remain humble, acknowledging forces beyond our control. John Lennon, a musical genius who dared to equate his band's popularity with that of God, faced an untimely end. His story is a testament to the importance of respect for beliefs, even those we may not share. It reminds us that flippant remarks can have profound impacts, and that words, once spoken, can never be taken back. Lastly, the Turkish politician who openly mocked God and met a tragic end, underscores the significance of respect for the divine. Regardless of one's personal beliefs or non-beliefs, it's essential to maintain a level of reverence for what others hold sacred. His story serves as a stark reminder that ridicule and disrespect can have serious repercussions. These narratives from our past are not merely tales of individuals who faced dire consequences for their actions. They are lessons in humility, respect, and the importance of recognizing a power greater than ourselves. They highlight the potential dangers of hubris, the need for careful consideration of our words and actions, and the significance of respecting others' beliefs. These stories, though steeped in history, continue to resonate today, urging us to learn from the past. They remind us of the importance of maintaining a sense of humility, of acknowledging that there are forces beyond our understanding. While these stories are steeped in history, they continue to resonate today, reminding us to maintain a sense of humility and respect for the divine, regardless of our personal beliefs. In the grand scheme of life, these stories serve as cautionary tales. Each one is a testament to the power of humility, respect, and understanding. These aren't just tales of those who dared to mock the divine and face the consequences, but they are also lessons about the significance of acknowledging that we are not invincible, and that our actions and words carry weight. Think about the Titanic, a symbol of human pride and arrogance that was believed to be unsinkable. Yet it met with an icy fate, reminding us of the limits of human power and the unpredictability of life. Reflect on John Lennon, a musical icon who, in a moment of hubris, compared himself to a divine entity. His untimely demise serves as a stark reminder of the importance of humility and respect for others' beliefs, regardless of our personal success or stature. Consider the Turkish politician who, despite his position of power, couldn't escape the consequences of his words. His story is a reminder that no position or power can shield us from the repercussions of our actions and words. These tales aren't intended to instill fear of divine retribution, but rather to encourage a sense of humility, respect, and understanding. They remind us that we are part of a larger universe and that our actions and words have impacts beyond our individual selves. So, as we navigate through life, let's strive to learn from these stories. Let's be mindful of our words and actions, respecting the beliefs of others, even if they differ from our own. Let's remember that no achievement or position makes us immune to the consequences of arrogance or disrespect. Remember, it's not about fearing the divine, but about understanding our place in the universe and respecting the beliefs of others. Until next time, stay humble and keep learning.